Okay, in the last episode, what we covered was how to recognize a cover two. Now we want to discuss how to attack a cover two. When a defense is playing a cover two, you want to think run game if you have the ability to check to that, because everyone's going to be dropping back and they're going to be going back into a zone type coverage. So a draw or something along the lines. In a cover two, the middle of the field is extremely open. This is because these safeties, this safety and this safety, they have to cover the entire field pretty much from 10 yards and beyond. So when they drop back, they're covering their half of the field, leaving the middle of the field very exposed. Another thing that happens with respect to the safeties dropping back is it removes that run support. If everyone's dropping back, you can really focus on isolating the guys in the box and creating mismatches to get a really good run game. As you can see, as these guys drop back into coverage, there's three pretty big areas that are exposed. We talked about the middle of the field, but if you look, the sidelines on both sides, they too are hard to cover if the safety bites on someone going inside. Popular offensive schemes and offensive plays against this are inside receivers running through the middle, one receiver going under while the other receiver goes over, various types of corner routes, and vertical routes that make safeties have to decide which players to go against. For the purposes of this, we put together a specific play that we like to run against the cover two, where one of our coaches drew up and showing that it's forcing the defense to make a decision. So as I'm running through here, what I'm going to show you is we have this outside receiver running underneath, and we have this inside receiver running a deep dig route. Both sides of the line of scrimmage, this guy's running a curl, this receiver's kind of running a corner post. And what that's doing is it's putting making the defense have to make commit and make a decision. Now we don't have the defense animated here, but it shows you just the offensive play in its entirety. Now, the second scenario, same play, except now we did what the defense most likely will do in these situations. Again, you can see it from the quarterback's perspective, and we'll drop back. And what we did was the defenders here, they decided to go with the under route. So if I'm a quarterback and I'm walking up to the line of scrimmage, I need to recognize immediately it's a cover two, which means I know that I'm running a certain play. And you'll have to work with your coach, your offensive coordinator, your quarterback's coach specifically. But here, we know we're isolating this outside linebacker because that's who we are wanting to put the pressure on to make a decision. And if you watch the offensive play and we just focus on these two receivers in this half of the field, what we're doing is we're making this guy run the under route and making the outside linebacker and the middle linebacker bite on that, and then exposing the middle of the field by putting pressure on him. So you see he runs that dig route, and we have him wide open for about a 15-yard gain just by running that under route and suckering that linebacker to come in. On the other side, if we zoom out and we go into the other side, you can see we do similar things. We make the safety and the outside linebacker make a decision. He's going to run a curl, and he's going to run kind of a corner post. And what that does is, if you see what that does, is it more often than not will make this outside linebacker think he has to drop a little deeper. So what we'll see here is if this linebacker doesn't drop deep and covers the corner route, or excuse me, the curl, what will happen is we'll either hit him on a corner route, or if he comes back in, we'll have him in the middle of the field. So both sides are putting pressure, both sides are forcing the defense to make decisions, but all in all, the corners, deep corners in the middle of the field, and various run games are really, really, really how you can attack and hurt a cover two defense.